Hello students, how are you all? This is your Vani ma'am with World of Chemistry. Let us start with the first mock test of the inorganic series. As I said, we'll be doing a series of different topics in inorganic chemistry. I'll be doing mind mapping, I'll be doing one-page revisions, I'll be doing mock tests, and I'll also be doing, or rather if I have to say, concepts will be explained, in animated video. Everything will be covered in this so that your inorganic chemistry is perfectly understood by each and every student. Done. So today I have picked up very important questions for your mock test. Let us see how can we write or have simple clues for those. So basically inorganic chemistry is something which you need to have a quick clue, right? If you have a clue, you can easily solve it. Okay, let us read this first question and write the clues also here on this side, right? So if I have, let me take, if I have, okay, no problem, same pen I'll use. Now let's see it. So here there's one question given, very interesting question this is. It includes 4 different topics. Let's read. What did they give? Select the correct order of from the following. Right, so they have given such order, and I have to check whether the order is correct based on which character? Acidic character. Okay, now acidic character, if you see what is important in acidic character, you should always remember one clue. See here, this is the clue. Higher the oxidation number, remember, higher the oxidation number, what will be there? The acidic character. If I have to speak about acidic character, higher the oxidation number, higher will be the acidic character. So remember this. So higher the oxidation number, higher is the acidic character. AC I'm writing. So let us put this in a box and see. Now I'm going to match this with this. Now when I have to check the first N2O. So here the oxidation number, what is the oxidation number of nitrogen? It is +1. Here what is the oxidation number of nitrogen here in N2O3? It is +3. Here what is the oxidation number? +2. How did I do this? Oxygen is -2. Okay, -2. This is +2. Done. Here oxygen is 3 2s are -6. Here 3 2s are 6. Here it is -2 +2. Now according to this, I said higher the oxidation number, it should have higher acidic character. Now see the arrangement. Which is oxidation number higher? This one. Let us put that in this way. Okay, this will come N2O3. So right, and what will come in the this one in the first order? If I have to take in the decreasing order, so the first one would be N2O will have a less acidic character, means they asked you in the correct order or not. Less is acidic character because oxidation number is lesser. Then comes NO and then comes this. Means this is least acidic. This is better acidic. This is more acidic because oxidation number is this. But the order is correct. Here check the order. The order is wrong, isn't it? So they've asked me to check the correct order. So according to the oxidation number, the order should be this. This is least acidic. This is next acidic, and this is more acidic. The order is wrong, so this is not our option. A is not the option. I have to check correct order. Let us come to the next one. So the next trick in basic character which you have to remember. So basic character on what factor? Remember, more electronegativity of the central atom. If the central atom is more electronegative, the basic character will be less. Remember, so less is a basic character. BC means basic character. So right students, so electronegativity should be more. Now if I have to see, when I move from left to right in the periodic table, the electronegativity, it increases, correct, because the size of an atom decreases. Done. Once again, more electronegativity, less is a basic character. Now when I have to check here among all these, so magnesium, I'm going from left to right because the atomic number is 12, this is 13, this is 14 atomic number. That means I'm moving like this in this direction, left to right. So which will have, I said left to right in the periodic table, the electronegativity increases. So which will have more electronegativity? This one. Which is more basic? This one. Isn't it correct only? No? See here, MgO, less electronegativity. How much is the electronegativity of magnesium oxide? 1.2. Magnesium. Aluminium, 1.5. If I take silica, 1.8. So check the order, it's correct only, no? 1.5 more electronegative is which one? This one. That's why it is basic. So our correct option is B. Right. Let us see the next clue in this. So if they ask you in terms of ionic radius, so what can you write? Just see here, there is one more clue which I'll give you, that is ionic radius decreases with increase in positive charge. So if the number or if the oxidation number of the positive charge increases, the ionic radius decreases. Now see here, they have given order 2, 3. The order is wrong, no? See here, it should be Fe plus 2, Mn plus 2 and then 3, because we said ionic radius decreases decreases with more positive charge. So this order is wrong. Done. When it comes to scandium, lanthanum and yttrium, so here we have to speak in terms of ionization energy order. Now what do we know? Ionization energy, always what clue should you remember? Ionization energy, it increases with atomic radius decreases. So when atomic radius decreases, ionization energy increases. Now when we see scandium belongs to which period? It belongs to 4th period. Lanthanum, it belongs to lanthanide series, that is the F block element, and yttrium, it belongs to the 5th period. Okay, if I have to write the atomic number, this is 21 atomic number. Lanthanum, I think it's almost 57 is the lanthanum atomic number, and yttrium is 39. Now what are we doing? Is it in the correct order? No, isn't it? The order only is wrong. Scandium is in 4th period, this is in 5th period, this is in lanthanide series. So this order also is wrong. So according to the analysis, the second option, that is more electronegative is the atom, more is a basic nature. So this is how we have proved it. I think you have understood, students. Let us come and do the next question which we have. Let us solve the next important question. Right, let us see this. Now they have asked me to check incorrect order of ionic radius, right? So again, just see, let us justify incorrect order of ionic radius. I have to check which is wrong. Now when I see the first option, lanthanum, Gd, Eu and Lu, right? So here first important thing, when we move from left to right, that is from lanthanum plus 3 to lutetium plus 3, what happens due to lanthanide contraction? What happens? Lanthanide contraction. Always, where are the electrons entering? If I talk about the first option, so from lanthanum plus 3 to lutetium plus 3, what is happening? Always electron enters into which subshell? 4f subshell. So this is where you find the lanthanide contraction, isn't it? Right? So due to lanthanide contraction, here the size or the particular thing decreases. Now see here, lanthanum, it is correctly, isn't it? Correctly given. So as we go from left to right, from here till here, this will become smaller, this is larger. See here, they have given larger, smaller, smaller, smaller. So this is correct option. Okay, now then this is, we need to find which one. We have to check the incorrect order. That is what is important. Correct is not required to tick. Done. Let us see the next one. The next one, V plus 2, V plus 3, V plus 4, V plus 5, vanadium. Now next clue which you have to remember is, as the positive charge increases, remember, as a positive charge increases, ionic radii decreases. Okay, so as a positive charge increases means here it's going on increasing positive charge 2, 3, 4, 5. So which will be smaller ionic radii? This will be smaller ionic radii. So that's why it is said V plus 2 greater, V plus 3 greater, V plus 4 greater, V plus 5 less, means less in radii. So this option also is correct. Let us take the third one. They have given tellurium, indium, tin, okay, and antimony. So here what is the concept? Let us see. They said they have to find the incorrect order. Now let us check this particular sequence. Right, so here when I take Tl and In, okay, now here basically I don't have any concept whether should I check in this form or whether should I check with the what do you say, atomic or electronic configuration. Or only thing I have is oxidation number. You can use that also, oxidation number. As I said, as the oxidation number, I initially said no, as the oxidation number increases, okay, higher is the atomic so here is the acidic character we said, but here there is no concept only. So how can you use? I'll just see that. First of all, initially let us write the what do you say, the atomic number as well as the period. So when I take tellurium, its atomic number is 81. In indium, the atomic number is 49. Tin atomic number is 50. Antimony atomic number is 51. Okay. Now basically when I see this configuration, I can say this belongs to which period? This belongs to 6th period. Correct. Now when I see all these things here, it belongs to which period? These all belong to 5th period. Okay. Right. Now we very well know when I move from left to right in the periodic table, what will happen to the size? It reduces. So the ionic size reduces from left to right. See here the order. This is 6th period, which has come first. Then comes iron, then tin, then antimony. So what should the order? The order should come like this, no? Because 5th comes first, then comes 6th. So this order is wrong. 5th comes first and then comes 6th. Right. Now let us take the next one, that is potassium, scandium, vanadium and manganese. So all these again, let us write in the same thing. If I take potassium, the atomic number 19, then scandium 21, then 23, then 25. When we are moving from left to right in the periodic table, the ionic radii decreases. Correct, no? That is what we studied. So this is the correct order. So that's fine, students. So this is how you need to check the answer whether it is correct or wrong. Right. Now let us do the next question. Here, what did they give us? They have given us ionization energy. I did 2 videos earlier than this. One is concept of atomic radii, and then I did the concept of ionization enthalpy also. Watch that. Now here they've given ionization energy of fluorine is 320 kilojoules per mole. Okay, the electron gain enthalpy of fluorine would be how much? They're asking. So basically it's a simple question, nothing. Here they have given me electron gain enthalpy, that, right. So let us first write the ionization energy values and then solve this. So here ionization energy, how much did they give me? 320 kilojoules per mole. This is the value they have given me. Correct? Yeah. Now what did they say? The electron gain enthalpy, how much? What it seems from the gaseous neutral atom. See here, we have got minus. That means it has 1 electron from the neutral gaseous atom is released, right? So F gaseous atom, it has absorbed 320 kilojoules per mole electron gain enthalpy, and it has given out F gaseous state plus 1 electron. Correct? Right? Right. So if I have to write the equation of this, or here how much is delta H? Delta H is 320 kilojoules per mole. This is okay. Now I have to write the reaction. Just see here, understand. Now this F basic equation, because I have to get F minus. Now see here, F gaseous state with that electron, right? It forms F minus anion, and 320 kilojoules per mole of energy is released. That means your delta H is nothing but 320 kilojoules per mole. So what is the correct option? The correct option is this. So nothing, simple. Just to confuse you, they have given little information here. Nothing to worry. Understand the concept. Here it is F minus. So how do you get F minus? First, this is what happens. Then the electron is, when it takes the electron, further it forms F minus. So that's why I have written this. That's fine, students. Right. Now let us go to the 4th question of the mock test. Right. Here they've given the correct order of the increasing radii. Very interesting question. Let's see. They have given me 4 questions. How do I select? So correct order of increasing radii. Right. So here, as I said, simple. Now when we move from left to right in the periodic table, the ionic radii decreases. Correct? No. So here, if I have to write individually correct order, so here first one, beryllium less than magnesium less than sodium. Correct? No. Correct order, because sodium 11, because of the loss of electron 10, magnesium 12, this is 10, beryllium 4, means it has become 2. Correct? So this is the correct order. Next comes, when I take this this order, calcium plus 2 will be less than potassium, will be less than S minus 2. This is fine. Now when I take the this particular reaction, okay, now here again same thing, F minus is less than O minus 2 is less than N minus 3. Please apply the concept which I said, left to right in the periodic table. You need to be very careful. So they asked me increasing atomic increasing radii, they said. So when you go from left to right, it decreases, but here in this order, because you need to check the number of protons and electrons also, right? When I take the third one, oxygen minus 2, sulfur minus 2, S minus 3. Okay. This is the correct order of your given thing. Please apply the concept as I said. Check the number of protons, check the number of electrons, and write that. right? So fine, right? And then next, let us come to the fifth question. What we have. Right, now let us see the next question, student. Little bit, I'll just shift my camera so that we can see the question properly. Right, so here in this question, little bit tricky. Let us read. They have given me, consider the following reactions. Okay, so the following reactions are given to me, and here what did they give? They have given, there is one element A, B and C. Here also they have given B, C and C, no problem. But what did they do? This, they have given this as A1, B2 and C2, right? Here they have given B1, C1 and C3. Done. So basically this is C1, I think. Okay, sorry, this is A1, this is B1. Okay, this is A1, B1, C1. Okay, and this is B, or if I take, let us take B, C and C. Okay, not, let us not take the numbers, let us see this now. So I have this set. What did they ask me? If monovalent positive ion of A, divalent positive ion of B and trivalent positive ion of C have 0 electrons, the incorrect order of corresponding ionization energy. This is what they have given me. So according to the option, they have given this answer. Let us check how I can write this. So little bit, I think I have changed the numbers here according to the sequence of this, right? So the sequence, or according to the answers, the numbers should be there, right? The numbers have to be there. I'm sorry, again I'm changing, don't mind students. This is A, B, C. Okay, this is, if I have to take the second one, this is B2, this is C2 and this is C3. Okay, B2, C2 and C3, this is C only. Okay, I'm sorry. So this one, let me take out this and make you understand. Now here they said the first thing, it is losing 1 electron here, correct, right? So A should be, if it is losing 1 electron, which electron is it? It is basically the electron, or it is nothing but A should be hydrogen, because it is losing only 1 electron. So the first one is hydrogen, 1s1 after losing 1 electron, right? Then they said B is losing 2 electrons, B plus 2, correct? So here B should be helium, because helium, isn't it? So 1s2. And they said C is losing how many electrons? C is becoming, let us check that. C is, let us turn the page and see. C here, they said C is losing again 2 electrons. That's fine. So here, if I have to speak about this one, C is lithium. Lithium 1s2, 2s1. Okay, so now let us check. So here, if I have to solve the sum, let me take one more pen for you all. This has become a bit lighter. Okay, right. So here A1 is, means for the first element, ionization energy EAM, that is first ionization energy. Now for B1, it is also IE1, because it can lose, no? So IE1B. For C1 also, it is IE1, that is C. Done. Let us take the next one. B2, it is, if I have to check again, turn back the page and check. B2, if I have to take this one, okay, this is second ionization energy, because already it has lost 1 electron here. That is the second ionization energy for everything, right? So here B2, if I have to write IE2, this is B, and C2 again it is IE2 C, then C3 it is IE3 C. This is fine. Okay, so let me cross check with everything. Okay, done. Now here what did they say? They said you have to find which is the correct order, right? So here if I take all the options, the first option B1, A1, C1, they have given, no? B1, A1, C1, let us take one option and check, right? So here if I take this option B1, A1, C1, okay, here it is greater, right? Now what is happening here? B1, what did I say? B is helium, correct, no? So this is 1s2, so this is helium. Then they said A is what? Hydrogen. Done. This this is 1s1, then this is hydrogen, greater. Then C1 is lithium, which is, what is that? 2s1, because it has lost 2 electrons, isn't it? Right, the outermost electron. Done. If I have to write the next one, next option, C3 greater than B2 greater than A1. Now again what do you get here? Lithium plus 2. Okay, this is helium plus, and this is hydrogen. So this is 1s1, 1s1, 1s1. Okay, the next one here is C3 greater than C2 greater than B2. So what is C3 here? This is 3 means third. Lithium plus 2. Here C2 is again lithium plus 1. B2 is helium plus 1. So what is the configuration? 1s2, 1s2, 1s1. Right. This is understood, students. So this is how you have to solve the sum and understanding the whole concept. Right. So here let us come and solve the next question. Right, here what did they give me? Let me turn the page and come back to you. Okay, so here let us read this question. What do they give me? They said, which of the following order is correct for the property mentioned in the bracket? Okay, they have mentioned some properties here, i.e. ionization energy, again second ionization energy, E2 means second ionization energy, here electronegativity and ionic radius. I have to explain the order based on these characters, whether this is correct or wrong. Right, let us understand. So when I'm solving this, just see here, in the first one, ionization energy. So what do we know? We very well know ionization energy is directly proportional to Z effective. Correct? Right. So Z effective also I have taught how to calculate in the second video. Please watch that. So Z effective, atomic number, right? So we have taken the atomic number, we have divided it by the nuclear charge which we have, the electrons. So please check that Z effective also. Right. So here ionization is directly proportional to Z effective, I said. This is for what? Isoelectronic species. This is for isoelectronic species. Okay, now for isoelectron, now here what happens, this particular thing, I have to arrange the order according to this. Now see here, calcium plus 2, ionization energy, how does it depend? If the size is smaller and smaller, Z effective will be more. Correct? No? Right? Now, calcium plus 2. Let me write the order and explain you. And then potassium plus 1. Then chlorine minus. Then S minus 2. How can I justify? Now, see here. Chlorine, calcium, how many? It is atomic number 20. So, how many electrons it has lost? It has lost 2. So, 18. Potassium, it is 19. How many electrons it has lost? So, 18. Chlorine, it is atomic number 17. How many it has gained? 1. So 18. Now here sulfur 16. How many it has gained? 2. 18. See here. All are isoelectronic species only. That is what you need to understand. All are isoelectronic. Done. Now I said if the ionization energy is directly proportional to Z effective. When I go from left to right in the periodic table, right, which comes first? First comes sulfur. Then comes chlorine. Then comes potassium, then comes calcium. Correct? No? So if I go, so which will come, which will have the more Z effective from left to right, whichever is the last one that will have the more ionization energy. So here, see here, this comes last, isn't it? It comes like this. Now 16 comes, 17 comes, 19 comes, 20 comes. So basically this is sulfur, this is your chlorine, this is potassium, this is calcium. So I go from like this, the size decreases. When the size decreases, ionization energy increases. Now which will have more ionization energy? Calcium. That's why this is the correct order. This is fine. Done. Now when I see the next one, ionization energy 2. So always remember, if this is over, the second one, always remember, if I have to take out the second electron from this, okay, I need to remove second electron from everything. Let us see, second electron will become like little bit closer to the nucleus. Let us write that. Carbon, second ionization energy, basically atomic number of carbon is how much? 6. Correct? So you have to remove 1s2, 2s2, 2p2. I need to remove 2 electrons because it is second ionization energy. Okay, so 2 electrons will go from here. Now nitrogen is 7, 1s2, 2s2, 2p3. Correct? Now I have to remove 2, means this becomes 2p2. This is fine. Then comes fluorine. So fluorine atomic number 9, 1s2, 2s2, 2p4. So if I remove 2 electrons from here, it becomes 2p2. Oxygen 8, so 1s2, 2s2, 2p4. Correct? If I remove, how many it becomes? It becomes 2p2. Correct? But Now, first ionization energy, it has lost 1. One more ionization energy, it has lost 2. Correct. Now, what happens here? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, let us count now. 2, 4, 6. So, this becomes 2s2 here. Last one, last shell. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is wrong, no? We have written wrong here. Right. So, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is 2p5. So, if you remove 3 electrons, it will become half filled. Now, here 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right. So, here this also becomes half filled. This is 3, 4 and 2. Okay. So, here when I have to take the 2p electron, this is half filled. Correct. This is more closer to the nucleus. Right. So, which one can I remove easily? If I have to apply, the order should be, see here, this order: carbon, nitrogen, fluorine and oxygen only. Why? Because here it attains stable configuration. Half filled is more stable. Correct. So, half filled is more stable means it's difficult for me to remove. So, the order is correct. The next one, when I take boron, aluminium, gallium, indium and thallium. Okay. So, here in boron, aluminium, gallium, indium and thallium, right, let us write the order first. The C part: boron greater than Cl, greater than indium, greater than gallium, greater than aluminium, based on electronegativity. Here basically what is the speciality? Boron size is smaller. Size is smaller. Correct, no? So, because of the size is smaller, it has highest electronegativity, highest E electronegativity. When the highest electronegativity is there, Z effective also will be more. That is why I have written this order. See here, the smaller the size, with this we have written based on electronegativity. So, the smaller the size, more is the electronegativity. That is why boron is kept first. That's fine. Yes. Now, next thing, let us do the D part. What do they give me? They have given me sodium, lithium, magnesium, beryllium, aluminium based on ionic radius. Right. Now, if I have to check the order, right, let us see. Sodium plus lithium plus magnesium plus 2, aluminium plus 3. Okay. Whether this is correct or not. Now, we said on based on ionic radius. Ionic radius, on what does it depend? It depends on, or rather it is directly proportional to Z effective. Correct? Yes. So, here Z effective, how does it depend? It again depends on size. If the size is less, automatically Z effective will be more. When will the size be less? When we move in a period from left to right. I need to move from left to right. Now, see here, I am moving from this is 11, because of 1 electron loss, 10. I am going this way. Lithium also, it is 3, 1 electron lost. Magnesium 12, 2 electrons lost. Basically, after losing, how much it becomes? It becomes 2. Magnesium, it becomes 10. Aluminium 13, 3 electrons lost, 10. Right. So, here what happens? Sodium is more than lithium. Lithium is more than magnesium, then aluminium. See here, I said no, size reduces, Z effective increases. So, here among everything, sodium being, because the number of, if I have to write like this also, number of protons here are how many? 11. Number of electrons are how many? 10. Correct, no? Yes. Now, one more thing. Here lithium, number of protons are 3, because atomic number 3. Here electrons are how many? 2. Here magnesium, the number of protons are 12. Number of electrons are 10. Aluminium, the number of protons are 13, electrons are 10. Now, if I have to compare these two, right, here both are same, no problem. But the pull will be more because the protons are more here. It starts pulling these electrons. That's why it is highest in this case. Right, students? Yes. Now, let us do the next question. Right, the 7th question, right, in the mock test 7th question, let's read. What do they give me? They have given me what will be the distance or between hydrogen and chlorine atom. Hydrogen and chlorine atom in HCl. Okay, the radius of hydrogen is 0.37 angstroms and radius of chlorine is 1.67 angstroms. According to the concept of covalent radius, I have to explain according to the concept of covalent radius, right? So what is the formula for calculating the covalent radius? Basically, for the covalent bond rather, the formula which I use is Ra plus Rb minus 0.09 into electronegativity, correct? Now what is this in bond length, which one they have given for hydrogen and chlorine? Okay, let us write bond length is equal to that is DH minus Cl. How much is it? RH plus RCl minus 0.09 into electronegativity is how much they have given? They have given electronegativity, the radius of this according to the covalent radius. Okay, so delta, okay, let us write delta En. I need to find that, right? Now further, if you solve this, the values of H plus is given here, the value of the radius of H plus is given here, radius of chlorine also is given here, correct? So here H ionic radius, okay, hydrogen atom only, I should not write ions here. Now substitute, it becomes 0.37 plus 1.67 minus 0.09 and electronegative value is 0.9 or which is equal to, because why did I write this 0.9 here? They've given what will be the distance of, okay, right. So here let us further solve. If I can also write like this, no, DH minus Cl is equal to 2.04. I solve this minus 0.08, which is equal to 1.96 angstroms. So please solve that. They have taken the electronegative value of that directly here, which I have written, and finally answer is 1.96 angstroms. This is fine, students. Okay, let us come to the 8th question. Now let us read this question. Little bit lengthy question because my handwriting is too big enough. No problem, right? Following are the ground state electronic configuration of some neutral atom. They have given there's a ground state electronic configuration of one neutral atom. What should I find? Which of the following would have lower ionization energy? Arrange them in increasing order of ionization energy. Now see here, they have given me electronic configuration. I need to arrange them based on the ionization energy. How? Which would have lower, means the last one. I have to arrange the one which has least ionization energy, increasing order, and also here, okay, here they've given already, arrange the for increasing order of ionization energy. Now see here first option let us take. I don't know the neutral atom, I have to check what it is. Now here let me check the valence shell. 3 electrons are there. In which one? In 2p subshell, correct? So what is the first option? Here it is half filled. So if it is half filled, what will happen? It is more stable, greater stability will be there in the first option, greater stability. Let us write that. Let us go to the next one. In the second one, B option. Okay, now when I take this B option, just see here, how many electrons are there? 2p5, correct? No, okay, 2p5 electrons. Okay, we will keep this ones aside and come back to this option and then justify. Here which electron? 3s1. It is more and more farther, means the electron has one electron farther, means it is moving away from the nucleus, right? It requires minimum energy, minimum ionization energy, because a number of shells are more, the distance is more from the nucleus. So option C requires minimum ionization energy because number of shells are more, correct? No, right. Now I have to speak in terms of B and D. This also has 3 KLM shells. This also has KLM shells. But this is completely filled. See here, 2p6. It is completely filled. So the D option is completely filled. If it is completely filled or half filled, the stability will be greater. Greater stability will be there because both half filled and full filled are stable, isn't it? Done. Okay, right. Now, left option is B. Here compared to this is okay, but it is closer to the nucleus. That means I require minimum, means the energy which I require is minimum amount of ionization energy is required because 3 shells closer to the nucleus. Now if I have to arrange the order, how can I arrange them in increasing order of, see here, which will be more? See here, minimum is this. Option C is minimum. Correct. Let me pull my page a little bit above. As I explained you. So my page is clear. I think C will have minimum. And then comes, if I have to say greater stability, I said, okay, A half filled, because I can't pull the electron, correct. Then comes B. Sorry for the interruption, students. Yes, so this is full filled, this is half filled. This is the order, right? Now let us do the 9th question. We'll finish off with 10 questions, and again I'll meet you in the next series, right? So here, what is this question? Here basically the question is the correct order of IE2 of carbon, nitrogen, oxygen and fluorine is. So basically the correct order of ionization energy 2 I need to write. So basically IE2, these are all neutral atoms, isn't it? Right. So here if I have to do IE2, means I have to take out one more electron. First of all, ionization energy 1 of cation means something has one positive charge, okay. Hence like once I remove, let us take one example and explain you. So carbon, it is 6, right? Here what happens, K, L, M and shells only we will do, no problem. 2 and 4, or if I have to write the 1s2, 2s2, 2p2 in this way, right? Now if I take out one electron, it will become 1s2, 2s2, 2p1. This is first ionization energy. Now I am using second ionization energy, and this becomes 2p0, IE2. So what happens here, using IE2 and pulling out that one charge to each element, means I have to take out that one electron and then fill that. Means what will happen, it's basically it will affect the ionization energy. How it will affect, let us write the charges and see. Now carbon I am taking +1, nitrogen I am taking +1, oxygen I am taking +1, fluorine +1, means that basically it is losing, I am pulling out one electron. So this becomes 1s2, 2s2, right? So I have written 2p1 here, same 1s2, 2s2, nitrogen is 2p3, no, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 2p3 was there earlier. I have taken out one electron, it has become 2p2. Now it has become 2p2, okay. 1 here, if I take 1s2, 2s2, 2p3, then this is 1s2, fluorine is 1s2, 2s2, 2p4. Let us see whether I wrote right, correct or not. Here carbon, basically when it is 6, atomic number 6, yes students, atomic number 6, 1s2, 2s2, 2p2. This was the first one, right? This is normal neutral atom. From that I have taken out one electron, it has become 2p1. Further I am taking out one electron, this becomes 2p0, correct? Now nitrogen, if I take, initially it was atomic number 7, 1s2, 2s2, 2p3. So 7 are over. From that I am going to take out one electron. Further I am going to take out the second electron. This becomes 2p1. Here also oxygen, it was initially 8, 1s2, 2s2, 2p4. So one electron if I take out becomes 2p3. Further I take out, it becomes 2p2. Correct, no? Right. Now when I take fluorine, here 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Fluorine is 9. It is 1s2, 2s2, 2p4. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this is 2p5. I am taking out one electron. This becomes 1s2, 2s2, 2p4. Further, if I use ionization energy 2, this becomes 1s2, 2s2, 2p3. Okay. Now, why did I explain so much is, just see here, when I move from left to right in the periodic table, left to right in the periodic table, what happens? Half filled and full filled concept is there. So here, this is half filled. Here, this is half filled. Here, this is half filled. Okay, later on you are taking from half filled, taking out an electron will become very difficult, no? See, half filled, half filled, half filled. Taking out an electron will be very difficult. Correct? So, the correct order is, right? If I have to take, the order is carbon greater than nitrogen, greater than fluorine, greater than oxygen. Now check, you can check This is not half filled, so I can easily take, means the ionization energy values. So this is very difficult, very difficult. This is also very difficult because of their half filled nature. That's fine, right? So let us do the last sum of this, right?